Well, it's another nice day. We are getting ready to go to Lambertville tomorrow. I am going to sell, I am going to add the stuff from the last video, the record player, the wrestling magazines. But I just figured before I put that on top, I'd show you a little bit of the things that I was going to bring. I have a couple silver plate trays. Those always seem to sell for 15 to 20 bucks if they're nice and clean. I did bring the t-shirt swatches. We'll see if I can get $5 a piece for those. I know if I framed them, a couple of you guys came up with a good idea to frame some of them. I'm sure they would bring a bit more money. I think this is just like a box of tools with the John Deere tractor on the top. This guy was kind of different. I think it's old, but I'm not 100% sure. I got this off of a porch in Princeton when I was cleaning out the house. It was outside, so I'm gonna ask $200 on that. That's one of my bigger ticket items. Also, I have the fountain. I'll try to make a little bit on that. Trying to think what else was higher end. Oh, I have a bunch of found arrowheads, a good box of those. I bought that a long time ago. There's probably 100 or so of arrowheads in there. I picked this guy out of the trash. I think, I hope somebody buys it. I can sell these two twisted parts to Gene or trade them for when he makes lamps, and I can scrap the rest. So I figured I have to get $30 just because scrap's kind of up. And I did take, one of my buddies recommended that to stay at the market that work on my scrap, so I did bring a couple brass lamps. Thank you. And I did really well with the artwork last week, so I did bring I thought this woodblock print's actually pretty nice. Let's see if I can pull it out. Definitely has that deco look. This weird pedestal was another trash pick this week while I was scrapping. Definitely cool the way I think it was just a spindle for an old railing that somebody turned it into an ashtray, but I'm sure somebody will turn it into something else. Just was too good to leave in the trash heap. Stainless steel bucket. I think there was one other thing I was going to show you, and then we'll be at the flea market tomorrow morning. Oh, I actually have a bunch of pieces of brass in my car, like small ones, and I'm going to try to fix this awesome Victorian mirror. I bought this, I think I got it for 25 bucks. Might even be older than Victorian. Nice fleur-de-lis pattern around the side. Oh, we're gonna have to see if this is actually brass. Let's get a magnet. So what it's missing, here's a magnet. It's steel, so it's probably just Victorian. But what it's missing is a rod to go through the back. See how it's wired up? And that shouldn't be that hard to find with all the parts and pieces I put on the truck. So definitely a pretty mirror. I think after I don't think I'll strip it. I'll let the next owner try that. But if I can find the piece for that will sell pretty fast for an easy $100. I brought a bunch of fabric and stuff. So, all right, see you guys at the flea market, and I'm gonna load the wrestling magazines and the other stuff from yesterday. All right. Well, I've sold a lot already this morning. This is the booth today. Kind of wish I had a chance to walk around just because there's a lot of dealers, but really did pay to stay at the booth. Probably sold a couple of the paintings, still have the chess players. I did sell the wrestling magazines and a few of the boxing, but I think I got $150 for the wrestling. I sold the decals for $60. I'm trying to think what else that I showed you. That stone, sold that stone totem just now. So it's actually been a really good morning. I figured I'm going to start working on my my truck. Have that chandelier to take apart, collect some money while scrapping. I had a bunch of people interested in the fountain. Actually pulled this trash pick in the dinner bell this last week. Of course I dropped it. But, all right. I don't know. This is the booth. We'll see if we... All right. So the morning's gotten better. Sold the fountain. And a bunch of other cool little things. Did sell the t-shirt sample things that I was going to frame, but my somebody left this. It's actually really nice. Could be mine. I think it might have been on top of this actually. Pop up. Yeah, I had it. Yeah, that was mine. Actually made by Hallmark in Japan. Little, that's from that scrap house. These actually sell for decent money, these compressed air things. Figured I would, one thing I was going to work on was, got a bunch of lamps, but had this guy that we have to replace the back with. I think the easiest thing to do with that is, it's nice as all the parts and pieces are here. Hopefully it'll snip. No, maybe one at a time. Might be able to pull it out. There it goes. This steel wire is hard to deal with. How you doing? There you go. One side. Oh man. Alright, now I got that part. I found a bunch of the brass rod that I had in the back of the truck. I was thinking this piece right here might fit, but sorry, don't mean to. Yeah, so that's like a perfect fit. I just have to figure out how to cut that. Actually, I might be able to cut it with those clippers that we just were playing with.
Oh, Brian wasn't up there.
Found this little, I guess it's from the dental stuff, but it's 1/40th pure gold, 0.777 of a gram. So it's probably $50. All right, I'll show you what this looks like once I get this done, and we'll see if we find Brian. So I left enough where I can bend these at the end so it doesn't fall right off. You just have to pull this wire off. I got my first coffee of the morning. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna give up on this right now. Ended up this hole kind of doesn't line up that well, so you kind of had to bend the rod. I know I have a piece of threaded brass that I'm going to try. That, and the reason why I think you need the threaded piece is, see how it kind of pulls in, and these want to be wider so that way this mirror can swing. But figured it was worth giving it a go at the market. Just started working on some of my brass. Figured I'd do the chandelier before I leave today. There's I don't know, still a good amount of people walking by. I would say I sold a good third of what I brought. And hey, good morning. Everything good? You buy anything good? Yeah, but did you buy anything today?
I don't buy anything.
Yeah, I know. I remember. That's why I was wondering, because I know you had the eye. I didn't know if you found anything. $10 on the camera, by the way. Yep. You too. I probably, it's probably one of my better days. Did sell 3 or 4 good pieces of art for, I think we got $100 each on the paintings. Put all brass in this bucket. $3, 2 for $5 in that box. Yep. If I wasn't doing this, I probably would go home. Miss a few sales, and it's something I have to do at home anyway. Take apart all this brass. I think brass is right around $2.50 a pound right now at the scrapyard. $2.40. So hopefully hopefully I can fill the bucket pretty high. We'll see. I still have that little gold vial of stuff to sell. Need a pair of clippers. Put that mirror away so I don't bust it. But got this good. It's kind of odd they flattened the steel rod on that. So I guess it'll have to come from the top with a piece of brass. These actually sell for spacers. I can actually trade those to Gene for $1 in trade. He always seems to need the spacers. All right, I'm gonna finish this. Well, I had to take a little break, but Brian, I found this. It actually has it's 0.777 of a gram of pure, I think.
Oh, is it? Oh, so it's almost 1 gram?
It's almost 1 gram. See, read it there. It's got the whole description of what it is in gold.
All right.
So
I'll figure it out what it is.
yeah, it's like a foil, so that's why it's so light. But I guess it's packing for fillings. It's kind of
Could be, yeah.
It might be more too.
right.
You never know. They might
right.
you might have used it for something else,
Yeah.
and that was just a vial.
All right, so I'll weigh it and then say.
Weigh it and test it because it might not. It might just
So if you
be.
stop up later, we'll have.
Thank you.
He wanted.
Well, it took a minute, but got it all apart. Just a few steel pieces. Have one more lamp to do. Neighbor packed up, but I figured I have to go see Brian and show you the front of the booth again. I'm gonna finish that other lamp and probably pack up. I think I sold, doing the chandelier, I sold probably 50 or 60 bucks. So definitely 50 or 60 bucks I wouldn't have had if I went home. And that's a pretty cool Florida vacation necklace came out of this. But all right, I'm gonna do a little bit more and we'll go see what Brian said about that little gold vial. Well, made it back to unload. It was honestly a really, really nice day. Met a lot of people. There was a good breeze all day, and the sun kind of stayed behind the clouds. So in the Northeast, we get a lot of humidity, so there wasn't a lot of humidity. I got probably 30 pounds, maybe 20 pounds of brass sorted. I was hoping this was brass, but it ended up being that die cast metal. They normally give you cast aluminum at the 1 yard for it. I have a lot of that die cast aluminum, but I sold a ton of stuff. I did take off like 1 or 2 things, put them in the warehouse. It was one of my better days. Guy John from Tom's River dropped off a piece of copper cable. He said I might do another stripping video just because I definitely like stripping the bigger stuff. So thank you, John. And definitely sold a lot of stuff. Ask me questions if you have any, if you want to know what stuff went for. The wrestling went for $150 for the lot. I had somebody that wanted to pull a bunch out for $3, probably a stack about that big. It would have been like $60, but I decided to try to sell the whole lot and ended up getting the $150 for the whole lot. The iron-on patches were $50. I sold my cool stone statue for $190 or $180. So it was, people were buying. I sold half my pile of art. I still have that brass rack, and I probably sold 3 or 4 totes worth of stuff. So I don't know, definitely have plenty more totes where that came from. So it's gonna rain tomorrow, but I might go to a house call. We'll see. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't yet, please give somebody a call who might be alone. Please be safe out there, and I'm just gonna go unload this truck. That's probably the only like after you're tired working all day, since it's gonna rain tomorrow, I definitely have to get rid of this. I think I worked the market today from 5:20 to 11 o'clock, so it wasn't bad. And take me 25-30 minutes to find a spot to put all this stuff. All right, see you later. Peace. Yep. Some more pewter. I have so much pewter. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. I know it does sell. I saved all these parts and pieces, put in with the hardware that I have. Have all the boxing and the other magazines.